Shabbat Shalom, family. Welcome. Welcome to the Phoenix. It's great to see you all on this Sabbath day. All my Phoenicians, all my merchants, disciples, saints, nobles, titans. I'd like to just welcome you into the temple. I know a lot of you are far off doing trade and merchants and enable your higher self, providing to those of the Gentiles in need. We come with gifts. We come with each other, and I bear gifts, my brothers and sisters. And I know today is a beautiful day for a lot of us out there. It's a beautiful day for a lot of us out here. Whether you speak Hebrew, English, fruit, all right? Bear fruit of your superiority, of your nobility, all right? This is a Sabbath day, man. It's a day for us to rest from being humans for a moment. You see what I'm saying? Approach the tabernacle, approach the God self, right? Reach up, climb up into that ladder, all right? Come into that ark, all right? Welcome to the holiest of holies. All right. See, our riches is not like theirs at the end of the day, you know. Where our riches are, where we could say infinite, right? See, that all comes from our consciousness. So we keep this dream alive. All right. Why do we see historical monuments that represent us? You see what I'm saying? And so far, you can't predate back. Because we're just in our minds, looking at our creation, doing business with our creation. The thought of enjoying your creation within your mind is what we're coming after. So Shabbat Shalom, happy Sabbath, happy day for you. You know what I mean? I just use this as a means to allow each and every one of us to recognize our rest, all right, and recognize our divine self. You know, we have more than one self, right? Some of us have multiple personalities, multiple gifts. A lot of us are poly by nature. You see what I'm saying? Which we have many talents, many wonders, many skills, many destinations, many origins, okay? And we come and we see those origins that we pertain or entertain. I shall come in at one time and see what I have left behind in this life, all right? And I'm so thankful that I did the work, right? Did the grounding so that I could provide that into a program and education for my children and the rest of us out there as well. So, you know, the royalty is real. Our God is a God of royalty and abundance. It starts in the kingdom. It starts in your mind. It starts in our mind. And how we do economics and how we work amongst another, right? How we bear fruits with another, right? It's by taking time on this day to connect with each one. All right, so I'm thinking about you just as much as you're thinking about me. Okay, we're thinking about each other. It's definitely God feels good right now. I feel good. You know what I mean? I am God himself. So I just like to see myself right here on the screen a lot as well, because it shows me how my infinite mind is looking at me. So I see nothing but good things about me. Good thoughts, you know, always good thoughts about me and about everything that I'm touching, everything that I'm speaking towards to. So if you receive this, the thoughts are being sent back to you as well. So this is the Sabbath day. Last night was a money ritual, all right, and last night was really good. You know, I'm really excited. I get excited every time I think about the money ritual. You know what I mean? Because it's all about bringing that abundance, you know what I mean? And the fact that you and your thought, if you follow the program, if you follow my programs, right, then your life is changing at the moment as well. So all those who are taking in the program, good job for you guys. So it's just doing it, you know, Phoenician way. Following the ways, the steps of, you know, when we have power over our money. See, the thing about it is that we have, you know, a lot of people, let's not talk about everybody. A lot of my people, you know, tend to not know how they handle money when they got money. They only know new money. You know what I mean? A lot of cats out here just know new money. You know what I mean? And that new money is unfortunately controlled by certain people. All right, you're not controlling your own currency. You see, that's the problem that we face. You know, that some people face. You know what I mean? But if you come to this side and you come over here, it'll be a whole nother ball game. You see what I'm saying? It's a whole nother level up. You see what I'm saying? And it's confiding in the mind. It's following the law, all law. All laws. There's laws to everything. There's laws to money. There's laws to spirituality. There's laws within your consciousness. There's laws to attraction. There's laws to duality. There's laws to nature, right? We follow. We recognize and respect all law. This is all we saying right here. You see what I'm saying? All law is not, reserved to one type of language. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? We diversify. Why? Because we are poly. Okay? Us Phoenicians, we are poly. You see what I'm saying? We went into around the whole world for thousands and thousands upon of years, trading, merchantry, learning the language of the land, establishing the temple in that land, right? Which became the bank of our people within that jurisdiction. All right, that's how we do it, So this is divinely Godship. You of course you wouldn't work on that day because you'll spend that day where at the bank, which is in the temple, right? The kingdom, right? Every kingdom should have security as an asset. There should be nobody within our kingdom that is with need. Okay, we don't need nothing at the end of the day but each other and our security as well, and our nationality and our understanding of who we are. We need God, and God is all law. Okay, we need law. We need Allah in our life. Because once you understand Allah, then you understand that there's laws to everything. And then once you realize there's laws even to the elements itself, right? Energy. And then you are able to take that portion of energy and in a form of element. You see the periodic table, which has elements on it, right? You take the elements that you separate within law, you see what I'm saying, within mind, and then you take those elements and say, okay, this element causes this to happen. If I bring these two together, this is the factor, this is the after effect. You see what I'm saying? 1 + 2, the effect is going to be 3, right? Oxygen oxygen and hydrogen is going to affect water. You see what I'm saying? It's focusing on that energy, those two energies, and bringing together and making it manifest here. I'm telling you, there's certain entities that really take their time to allow these events to happen around us. So while we on the phone and working this 9 to 5, there's actually individuals that is doing their duty, which is just to meditate and trance on law, which will allow these individuals to allow the sun to move at a certain degree. You see what I'm saying? That's their work. They're happy in it. They're thrilled. They're not thinking about selling an ice cream or paying any bullshit. They're just like, yo, my job is to help allow this to function because it was passed on to me. That was passed on. I took this responsibility during my time. You see what I'm saying? During my existence, and I have no problem. I find joy in making this happen. And at the end of the day, it's selfless because guess what? We're benefiting off of the energy that these entities are doing to allow our world to function. You see what I'm saying? While you think about, while you're taking on, and this is the mind. So while you focusing on earthly things, you know what I mean, and worries of the Gentiles or worries of what your creation is worrying about, God doesn't worry how the nations work. You see what I'm saying? That's why this is so important to have your Sabbath day, because you gotta realize there's a separation between you and the world, and their words tends to not really bother you at that moment, because like, yo, that's not my worry right now. My worry is about afterlife worry. My worry is out over this world worry. You see what I'm saying? What I'm going to do to this world worry, right? But because the world's worry is about what the world can't see is going to do to it. You see what I'm saying? Or what it's going to do, right? So it's very important for me to go ahead and just go ahead and spread this knowledge, this game to y'all right there. Let's see. Just looking at it, man. This is really great. I'm looking great. I'm looking very excited for the Passover coming up. Okay. And those who would like to join the Passover, those who partake in our Sabbath classes, hit my DMs up. All right, hit me in my DM. Join a Sabbath day. You know what I mean? It's only 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? And we be finished too. You see what I'm saying? We go over, do a little study. We have a book of the month. Okay, each month, because it's 13 months, we read one book every month. One book a month. So it's 13 books in a year we read here. Okay? We focus on one book each month. We read that whole damn book in a month. All right? And then that brings out something outside of us which we had stored in our treasures. Finally capable of using that gift. Fashioning that gift based off of what we read. You see what I'm saying? What we interpreted, what we conjured by the words and the meanings of those words to manifest within our space, that moment, within that time of that particular moon. Okay? Come join the class. Thank you. Welcome to Phoenix Magi.